Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of DLBTV. Right now, we're getting ready to get into the nit and grit of the new Xbox 720 information that was leaked on Saturday, June 16th, 2012. So we're going to jump right into it. I have the whole 56-page PDF slide. I'll be throwing a few of them up throughout the video. Hopefully this video doesn't get taken down, so enjoy it. One of the things it was talking about with the new Xbox 720, and they're even referring to it as the Xbox 720 in their documentation, it says, why do we need a next-gen Xbox in 2013? No full-fledged AAA games for the Kinect V1, meaning the original Kinect. They refer to the new Kinect as the V2. Will not be able to support full range of Xbox TV platform scenarios. And it gives an example with 1080p video, plus video chat, plus HTML5 applications. What I get from that is they're trying to say that you will literally be able to play a game, watch a movie, play TV, whatever it is. You can, and in a small corner of the screen, you'll be able to video chat with whoever you're talking to, as well as, you know, run some kind of an application at the same time. So it looks like there's going to be heavy multitasking going on while you're on your Xbox. Lack of modern day entertainment capabilities, Blu-ray, native 3D, and it says 2x 1080p. So, you know, I guess there's still that 3D push. We've kind of seen that slow down. A lot of that it has to do with because the 3D technology I feel isn't there yet, but I guess they feel at some point in time throughout the duration of the Xbox 720, people will be trying to make that push again. Some of the other things they were saying, business needs and competitive threats. The Xbox 360 console business will decline in 2013. That's their own prediction. That's not me saying that. It says new threat from Apple TV and Google TV, and then Sony and Nintendo's new next-gen consoles, which Nintendo's comes out this fall. Some of the things that have sticking out to me while reading this is they've spoke about the augmented reality glasses that they plan on coming out with in 2014 with the 4G and Wi-Fi chip within the augmented reality glasses. Now, one would think if you have glasses, obviously you can put them on whether you're in or out of the house, but what stood out to me is it says Wi-Fi and 4G. Okay, Wi-Fi, obviously, if you're in a Wi-Fi hotspot somewhere at home, most likely, but the 4G part of it, that leads me to believe that you'll be able to take these augmented reality glasses somewhere outside of the house. And so, I mean, I could be far-fetched when I say this, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm assuming if you're playing, you know, we'll say Call of Duty, for instance, because that's the new hotness, or the old hotness, but it's still hot. You put on your augmented reality glasses. Let's say you get 4 of your friends, 8 of your friends, and you guys play 4 and 4. You guys are outside, and yet you'll be able to see, you know, your reality, which would be the trees, grass, cars, so on and so forth. But I think once you put these glasses on, that's when the augmented reality obviously pops into effect, and you'll be able to duck and dodge behind walls, different things that you're able to see within that augmented reality setting. So again, I could be far-fetched, but I'm thinking obviously you're going to be wearing these glasses at some point in time when you're not within the house. Because of the 4G access that's going to be within the glasses. Plus there's 4G in the new console itself, according to the documentation. So there has to be some kind of connection between the two 4Gs being in the augmented reality glasses and the Xbox 720 console itself. The Kinect V2, the updated version of the Kinect, is supposed to have an HD camera in it, obviously. It'll be able to do 4-player tracking now instead of just 2-player tracking, and simultaneously. So you guys will be able to be playing a 4-player game with everybody being able to stand up at the same time and play simultaneously. One of the other things that it stated and referred to was that your Kinect will adapt to your living room, not your living room having to adapt to the Kinect. And what they mean by that is right now with the Kinect, you literally, if your living room isn't big enough, you have to move stuff out of the way so you can have more space to play the game. Well, now what they're saying is the Kinect will scan your living room, and instead of you having to move and adjust your living room for the Kinect, your Kinect will actually scan your living room and adjust itself to your living room, which is really smart, and I can't wait to see how it's actually going to work. Now, one of the things that we've always talked about was what kind of format type would the Xbox 360 use. And I stated it before, but I really wanted to go over it again. So they will be supporting Blu-ray, dual layer Blu-ray discs, which range from 25 to 50 gigs on one disc. So that's very impressive. It was talked about in 2015 how they actually plan on, basically, it says enjoy the complete Xbox experience anytime, anywhere, on any screen. And then they also talk about this Xbox 360 being the last hardware, or excuse me, Xbox 720. They're talking about this Xbox being the last piece of hardware that you'll ever have to buy from stores. So I'm assuming after this system, they feel that everything is going to be cloud-based. And so they've looked at online as a competitor, they've looked at Sony as a competitor, but more or less they've actually looked at inquiring or at purchasing on live as well to, you know, bring them under the Microsoft umbrella, which if they did that, I think that would be pretty huge. It would also make sense because Microsoft's Xbox Live is already social, it's big on social, and I know with On Live you're able to have people streaming your games. You can tweet your link or put your link on Facebook and people are able to come in and stream and watch you play whatever it is you're playing as long as you allow them to do so. So with that being said, I definitely think that that you're going to see a lot of that, and it would make sense for that purchase to happen. But you know, Sony's also been looking at some companies too, but we all know that cloud-based gaming is the next thing coming. I mean, you got cloud-based saves on the Xbox 360 and on the PS3. You have Sony, who's always been talking about being diskless at some point in time, where, you know, tangible disk and drives just wouldn't exist on their console anymore. So some of the other stuff they were talking about was having the Xbox 360 be a DVR, so you'd be able to record television programs in the background, either while your Xbox is in standby mode or while you're actually playing a game or doing whatever else it is that you're doing at that specific time. So, and I will be coming out with a video that will go more in depth with how I personally feel about some of these features. But right now I'm just trying to get all this information out to you guys. Another thing they said you'd be able to do is to watch, we'll say I have an iPad for example, so I'd be able to watch a television show or movie on my iPad, then resume on my computer, and then I can go to my TV in the living room and resume there, and then I can revert back to my iPad. No matter what you're on, you'll be able to view the content and it'll start off where you left off from. And I'm pretty sure that's where the smart glass technology comes in that they talked about at this year's E3. It was saying, feel the experience with props. So feeling is believing. Feel the crack of the bat, the kick of the rifle, or the shake of a wheel as you speed through a turn. And that's referring to the Kinect. And something that I'm seeing in these sketches, because they have sketches, something that I'm seeing in these sketches that my boy Silver pointed out to me and shout out to Silver K9, that me and him were looking at as we were looking over these sketches and reading the documentation is there seems to be something on the wall on the left and the right. So I don't know if the Kinect's going to end up being two cameras, or I'm not sure what that is, but I've noticed in each one of these pictures when it refers to the Kinect, and again my friend Silver pointed this out to me, is that there's something hanging on the wall to the left and on the right of the TV. So I'm assuming that's what those are referring to. Again, the multitasking, they were talking about you actually being able to play a game like Gears. I'll go ahead and read it to you. It says, transmedia applications you control. Full access to media and apps allow the consumer to control their transmedia experience. Call up related content like game hints, or pull up your fantasy league ticker while playing Gears of War. Stuff like that to me is sick. They're using Gears of War as an example, but obviously it'd be throughout any game that's available on the Xbox 360. But I think that'd be pretty dope if I'm able to, you know, be playing a game and then at any point in time I could pull up the score to my fantasy football, because I do play for fantasy football. But, you know, NFL scores, NBA scores, soccer scores, baseball scores. At any time you're able to get the experience when you want to get the experience, and I think that's pretty neat. So I'm still able to play the game while being able to check the score. And a lot of our lives involve multitasking, and being able to have that kind of multitasking experience on a console is huge. So now this is where we get to the nitty gritty. They're talking about the launch price at $299 with Kinect V2, which is the second version of the Kinect, a 10-year life cycle with 100 million lifetime units being sold. Flexible SKUs, which they have right now. So, I mean, if they're able to sell the new Xbox with a Kinect sensor in it, and then this documentation is saying that the next Xbox will be 6 to 7 times more powerful than the Xbox that's on the market right now, that's pretty impressive. And I have to give Microsoft a crazy amount of props on that, if that is true, which, I mean, I don't doubt it at all. I'm pretty sure Sony will be able to do the same thing. But that's pretty much what covers the document. Again, I will go further in depth in this in the future, but I just want to share that with you guys. It's your boy DLB signing out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.